Welcome to your favorite scary movies. Today we are talking about Bring Her Back, the latest from A24. Now, if you've watched enough A24 horror films, you already know what you're walking into. Something strange, unsettling, slow burning, and almost too quiet until it suddenly hits you like a fever dream. I'm giving Bring Her Back 3 out of 5 stars. So, Bring Her Back follows a small family dealing with loss, and the story slowly unravels into something that feels part ghost story, part spiritual possession, and part emotional breakdown. There's this lingering sadness in every frame, which is classic A24 energy. The cinematography feels soft, but there's always something sinister lurking underneath. It's not your typical boo kind of horror. It's slow, it's methodical, and it plays more on dread than outright fear. You get the sense from the start that something's off, but the movie takes its time letting you figure out what. One of the things I always respect about A24 is their confidence in tone. They're not trying to scare you every 5 minutes. Instead, they make you uncomfortable by letting silence do the work. And Bring Her Back leans into that. There are long stretches where not much happens on the surface, just looks, whispers, and small moments that feel almost ordinary, until suddenly something breaks that tension, and you realize you've been holding your breath. This movie is less about gore and more about grief. It's about that deep, impossible desire to fix what's gone, to reach into the afterlife and drag something back, even when you shouldn't. It's an emotional horror story wrapped in supernatural energy, and whether that works for you really depends on your patience for that A24 pacing. Now, I'll be honest, supernatural horror can either grab me or lose me, depending on how it's done. The film starts strong. There's mystery, atmosphere, and this uneasy tension that builds really well. But around the middle, it starts drifting into that overly symbolic territory that A24 is known for. You know what I mean? The type of storytelling where you're half invested in what's happening and half just trying to figure out what it's trying to say. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does make the movie feel a bit uneven at times. Let's talk about the supernatural element, because that's where this film really lives. Without giving too much away, Bring Her Back deals with rituals and a connection between the living and the dead that's more psychological. The supernatural sequences are beautifully filmed, though. The lighting, the camera angles, and the sound design work together to create moments that feel dreamlike. Or like something out of a nightmare you can't wake up from. Performance-wise, everyone in this film brings it. The acting is grounded, believable, and emotional. You can feel the exhaustion, the guilt, and the desperation in every scene. There's a real human story under the supernatural one, and that's what makes it work. Visually, the movie is stunning. A24 always nails the aesthetic. Muted color palettes, long takes, soft light bleeding through dark spaces. Every frame feels intentional. It's one of those movies where the camera almost feels alive, like it's watching the characters instead of just following them. Overall, Bring Her Back is a good supernatural horror. Not perfect, not mind-blowing, but definitely memorable. It's weird, it's emotional, and it has that unsettling tone that sticks with you. I give it 3 out of 5 stars because it's well made, beautifully acted, and visually haunting. But it's also a bit uneven in storytelling. It's one of those movies that'll work for some and totally lose others. If you love slow burn supernatural horror that makes you think rather than just jump, this one's worth a watch. But if you're looking for non-stop scares or action, Bring Her Back might test your patience. What did you think of the movie? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more weekly horror movie talk. I'm the Dark Passenger. See you next time.